Hi, Foundation Digital Media students. I'm going to talk about coloring your superheroes in Photoshop. So I've downloaded the folder titled Superhero Coloring. It's under Documents and Content. Being a little slow. Okay, Superhero Coloring. So that will bring up a zipped or um, a file that you'll need to right click and expand. Now I can see the uh, the files that are in here. Okay, and so you're going to pick one. Remember, Flash is going to be a little more difficult because the lines don't connect. So I'm going to do Batman just because that's probably one that is pretty easy. I'm going to open this up and I'll go to I'll go open up that Batman. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to kind of work with layers a bit. I'm going to make sure this is called the art layer, so I'm going to change that. And I'm going to make sure this is set to multiply. And that's going to stay at the very top. Remember that the art layer will be at the very top of the stack. And I'm going to lock it. So it's going to be locked under multiply, and then all my subsequent layers are going to be underneath that. So this I'm going to probably label body. This one I'll label cape and cowl, etc. So this is the process. I'm going to select the art layer to begin selecting. Okay, then I'll use the magic wand tool. If you don't see it, it's actually underneath the quick selection tool. So if you're on quick selection tool, click and hold down to get to the magic wand tool. Then you begin clicking in the white areas. The black will select all the black. You don't want to do that. So you want to click in the white areas or the areas that you want to color. I'm holding down Shift to add to my selection. And I'm going to try to gather up all of those areas that need colored. So, and I'll miss some, and that's okay. But generally, I have a majority of those areas selected. Okay. My next step is I'm going to expand these. So if you remember, I'll go up to Select in the menu and select and choose Modify and then Expand. And we're going to expand this by 2 pixels. And then I'll click OK. So now you can, if we zoom in, you can see that the selection is going to be underneath the black fully instead of this type of thing where we'll see some gray. So that's it. And then my next step is I'm going to select the color that I'd like. So I can go and click on the foreground color at the bottom of my tool palette, or I can use the color palette to select the appropriate color. Then I'm going to go to the layer that I want to fill in, and I'm going to choose Alt and Backspace, or if you're using a Mac, Option Backspace. So that fills in. Now, not all the pieces filled in. As you can see, there's white areas that need to be filled in. You'll need to deselect before you go in with a paintbrush to paint these. So I'm going to do Control D or Command D to deselect. Now when I say Command or Control, Command is Control for a Mac. So anyway, I have my paintbrush. I'm going to enlarge it using the right bracket key to get to a larger paintbrush. I'm actually going to move the hardness up to 100%, and then, I don't want this on multiplier. I'll get what we just saw. I'm going to choose this mode to normal. Okay, so then I can go in and fill in all of the little bits and pieces that were missed by the big Alt Backspace command. I can move up the brush a bit if I want, and then just make bigger swipes to take care of it. So I'm using the left bracket and right bracket to size up and down to get all those parts. And yeah, and then that's it. Now I'm ready to move on to my next piece, and you just continue to do this process until all the parts are colored. Remember, art is at the top, it's locked, and it's set to multiply. Again, if it's not set to multiply, it's going to look like this. You won't be able to see it. It looks like something's colored, but nothing will be there. So multiply is going to be important for that. All right, very good. I'm going to do the next video on shade and highlights, so check that out.